You guys, Kaleidos just sent me their brand new Alma Viva collection. Just came in the mail like 2 days ago. Yeah! Are you f***ing kidding me? Holy shit. If you don't know, Kaleidos is a Shanghai-based beauty brand. I guess technically they're Chinese beauty, but a lot of their shit is very Western. Whenever they come out with new collections, they always email me like a few weeks beforehand saying like, oh, we have a new collection. Can we send it to you? And I was like, okay, obviously, because it's Kaleidos. I didn't get to actually see what the collection looked like until maybe a few days ago. And I'm f***ing lots of cool tones, and they're very toned down, especially the blushes. I'm so f***ing excited for these goddamn blushes. I took everything out of the boxes already, so we're gonna be swatching everything. I'm gonna show you all the colors, and yeah, let's just hang out today and just chit chat and relax about makeup. Also today I'm wearing this really, I don't even know if you're supposed to wear this necklace this way. I felt like it was giving me, because the Kaleidos logo is like, they call this like the flower of life or whatever. And I feel like this is giving that vibe with like this one piece here. Since this is the most random piece, I figured I'd get it out of the way. This is the mirror that came, I don't know if you buy this separately, but it came in the PR box. Speaking of box, all of Kaleidos' recent palettes and blushes and stuff are covered in like this beautiful like satin, super high quality satin. And the fact that the PR box itself, I don't know if you can buy this box. So I'm just gonna call it the PR box. This whole fucking thing is covered in satin as well. And it comes with this giant ass mirror. I feel like I could use this as like a jewelry box. I have so much of this jewelry shit now that I have nowhere to put it. It's all stuck in this one little plastic box. I did take all the products out of the boxes, but basically the unicarton looks like this. The lip ones look like this, with like a corresponding sticker that matched the color. Should we start with the eyes? Let's do the eyes. I don't know if I want to try both of them, like one on each eye, because there's only 2 palettes this time, but this is the first one. This is called Venus Trap. Da-da. Ooh, gorgeous. I'm kind of curious because what I've noticed is a lot of Kaleidos eyeshadows is that they look like one way in the pan, but when you put them on, they come off way more saturated and pigmented on the eye. So at first I was like, oh, there's a lot, it seems to be a lot of like whiteness to this. A lot of ashiness probably, but we'll see. Let me swatch this. Oh my God, I'm gonna ruin the pattern. The printing is so fucking pretty. Like all the printing on their shit is like custom. The molds are custom, this shit is custom. And on top of the fact that each blush and each palette is a completely different color. They got that Chinese money. That's exactly how I figured it would be. 근데 what I'm noticing is that it's so smooth. Okay, there's the second shade. Then the darkest matte shade. Girl, the thing with Kaleidos shadows is that they're so fucking smooth. On top of being pigmented, they're really buttery, because a lot of times when you're trying to get more pigment from a shadow, you sacrifice smoothness and like having lots of fallout. As long as you're careful to not like shove your brush in there, the fallout is pretty much at a minimum, but the fact that it's so smooth and buttery and doesn't look chunky.
I mentioned this because I've been getting a lot of Western eyeshadow palettes lately that are really pigmented and shit, but they come off so crusty on my eyes.
Let's try this fucking shimmer. I'm only tapping because if I rub in, girl, I feel like it'd be too much. Ooh. That is the most beautiful, soft, kind of like pinkish silver. I've never seen a color like that. It's usually just whitish silver. Then we have the second palette. This is the Twilight Rush palette. Again, gorgeous packaging. Oof. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, that looks so similar to their one palette that they released previously, Flowing Haze. 근데 this is the new one. It's much brighter and lighter. The whole vibe of this collection is supposed to be feminine, energy. To me, it's coming off very like sexy, like floral vibes. So overall, the collection is a lot brighter than some of the other releases, which were much darker. So if I'm comparing the 2 new palettes, this one is just a kind of slightly more saturated version of this and more purpley. What the fuck is going on? I feel like...
You don't get down like that. Everybody here go to work.
Ooh, nice, beautiful, muted purple. Muted lavender. A lot of this is muted, but I've noticed a lot of their palettes are muted, which is good for me. And good for every day. Sometimes if you do want color, your only options are like, it's either natural or like really vibrant. This fucking deep shade here is so pretty. It's like a black with... Holy shit, really intense blue, pink, purple, white reflex in it. Holy shit. And then we have this last shade here, the Radiate shade. Oh my God. It's really wet pink that has like a a dirty purple, muted purple shift to it. So, oh my god, all the colors together, Jesus. Whoever is coming up with these color stories, girl, you get a raise. Also, I don't know if I told this story before, but Eddie, Miss Bunny, on his trip to Shanghai a few months ago, he actually ran into the CEO, like the creator of Kaleidos, and apparently she's like this bad bitch. It's like exactly how I would have imagined the CEO of Kaleidos. So girl, if you're watching this, or someone at Kaleidos, hook me up. I might be visiting Shanghai maybe this year, so if I'm there, girl, hook it up. I need to make friends with the CEOs of Shanghai and China. Okay, you know what? Let's do a quick eye look using the first palette. I'm gonna use what they call the base shade, I guess. I would have thought this would be the base shade, but I guess this is the base shade according to Kaleidos. The color itself is just very subtle. And you guys know I've said many times before that I don't usually start with this. What I would do is use this first on my lid and then use this to blend out the edge of that. So I'm kind of going backwards, but let's use this on the actual lid. That's very light. I don't want to say it's not pigmented, but I think it's just the nature of the actual colors is just they're all very light. Like if I make the screen black and white right now, these are probably going to be brighter than my skin tone. And usually if that's the case, then they're just going to show up more like light on the eyes, which is why I didn't put any eye primer, or like, you know those eye primers that have color to them, or they really whiten or like blank out your eyelids. I wouldn't use those kinds of eye primers with this kind of eyeshadow because it will look even more white and ashy on my eyes. I want to keep a little bit of my natural eye coloring, like the darkness around my eyes. That way this on top of that kind of mixes and looks better. Like if I put concealer all over my eyes like some people do, and I put something like this right on top, girl, it's gonna look like ashy and hot mess. Let's use this one. Yeah, that one is definitely more on the pigmented side, but that's just because it's a much darker color compared to the other ones. You know what? This is actually a really cute everyday. I guess because of like all the imagery of like the whole collection, I'm expecting like something intense, but this is still good for everyday. I'm imagining if I wanted to make my lips like the point of the makeup, but I still wanted something on my eye, this would be a good choice. Now, because this is so basic, I think, honey, you know, we gotta dip into this shimmer. So I'm just gonna use my finger, my little pinky. Okay, I need to calm it. Hold on. I have a cold right now, so I can't be getting too crazy. Oh, God. That is... I can go in, like really rub my finger and like, you know, completely just like saturate that, but I love that these Kaleidos shimmers are so versatile in that you can get this subtle kind of like broken glass shimmer, or you can get like full on fucking like, just like, you know what I mean? Oh my God. And also I love that there's a little bit of stickiness almost to these shimmer shadows. There's some formulas where it will like fall right onto your face and I hate that. Oh, Kaleidos, you have my heart. This is truly the one. Should we do a half-half sort of thing? That way we can try a blush here and also another blush here. So let's try this one on this eye. So here the base shade is actually darker. I will say that the makeup that they do on the models on the website are so fucking beautiful. Like I literally wish I had that level of artistry, but honey, this is the Edward Avila channel, you ain't gonna get that. Yeah, this color is also definitely very muted. This is like peak Doyen makeup, I feel like. And I'm gonna use this lighter shade to blend the edge of that. If you have trouble blending dark and lighter colors or two just very different colors in general, sometimes it helps to lay the darker or more saturated color down first and then use the lighter color to blend out around wherever you're trying to blend it out. What I would have done before is use the light color first as a base and then use, basically like this one, and then use the darker color after, but sometimes the dark color just doesn't want to stick and it gets all patchy and all that, so sometimes the darker or saturated color should go first. Now let's use this beautiful black shimmer. I think I might have to use my little TikTok app to get my line correct. I fucked that up. Now obviously, if you're just using this dark color in this way, you're not gonna get like the full fantasy of like that blue shimmer in there, because you really, from far away, you really only just see the black pigment. Like I'm looking at the models pictures with like the way they did their makeup, and it looks fucking amazing, but I'm not brave enough for that. I feel like if there's any like goth girlies or e-girlies watching this video and you're into this kind of makeup, girl, Kaleidos is where it's at. And then let's try this, because they're these sort of transformative, not transformative, these like sort of shifting colors. Holy shit. That is on a whole nother fucking level. Kaleidos, I love you. The top is so dark. I don't want to do anything crazy to the bottom, so I did put in some Eyeshadow earlier with my contour powder, and that's it. This is like day look, night look. Let's get into the blushes. They're, should I read the description on these things? Am I supposed to be reading these descriptions? So they're mono blushes. Seamless, soft focus, natural flush of color. Ultra silky texture. Expertly formulated feather light powder melts onto the skin for a soft airbrush finish. Blends seamlessly and layers well for customized intensity. I think it's really helpful to find a brush that will help you do that. I tend to just use these flower nose brushes because I love this little stippling thing, but this sort of stippling brush you can find anywhere. And then once again, they have the beautiful embossed imprint. I'm just gonna read what they have on the little PDF. P06 is Hot Shot, and this is a sun-bathed, cool-toned, light cinnamon brown. Okay, I'm gonna say it right off the bat. Looking at all these colors, in general, these are great for people that are on the fair to light medium range of skin tones. And to be honest, I feel like this is a really great alternative for, if you notice a lot, so like I'm thinking of like TikTok beauty, where all the blushes are like overly pigment, like super pigmented. This is like the antithesis to that, where these are very subtle. I guess you can build up the color, but in general, the colors themselves are not like in your face. Depending on your skin tone, you probably use this as contour or between a blush and a contour, sort of here. I would definitely use this more on the outer parts of the face. If I use it here, I feel like it would look a little bit dirty, but also that could be a look where you do a kind of like a nerdy sort of look. That'll be really cute on the center of the face. This is P07 Angel Wing, a fresh, satiny, milky apricot. If you're like me, and you notice if you want to go for like a corally, sort of bright, peachy blush, but it just looks orange on your face, I feel like this would be a good alternative. Then we have Pearl Bliss, a cool toned, earthy hazel with rose accents, dappled with micronized shimmers. I think this is kind of basically like a darker version of Hot Shot. I definitely see this more of like a out here, or like if you're doing a more like smoky, sexy look, this would be the blush to pair it with. And then we have Pale Rose, which, oh my God, I love it. A cool toned smoky mauve rose, which looks so cute for those kind of like ballet core sorts of looks, but you don't want to think, I think the whole point of like ballet core makeup is supposed to be bright flush of pink on the face, but this is a kind of like more natural toned down version of that. Actually, I'm gonna go in with Pale Rose on this side of my face because I really feel like this would complement it. I would have thought it's more like almost whitish. On my face, it's coming definitely more pink. If you have more yellow and warmth to your skin and you want the kind of pink flush look, it helps to use colors like this. That's why you see a lot of like creators that have more brown skin. If they want like the pinkish look, they go for more purpley colors. Those much cooler purples, pinks counterbalance with the yellow in the skin, and it gives you a more pink look. For this side, let's try Pearl Bliss. Again, this color I would definitely, holy macaroni. I don't really have a lot of blushes like this. I always want to look for like a brownie sort of like contour slash blush, but they're always either too muddy for my face or, oh my God, I love that. So this is our like everyday sort of natural look, and this is our more intense night look, I guess. Let me swatch the first two. This is Hot Shot. Ooh. You see how in the pan, it looks more of like a, I don't know, taupey, light, muted brown. But on the skin, it's coming off more of like this peachy, sort of light brown. So it's all about color theory. And this is Angel Wing. Oh my God, that's so cute. Definitely suits the name. And then last but not least, Untamed Glow Glossy Lip Glaze. And girl, this, they really fucking stepped it up with this packaging. Look at this shit. This is what the applicator looks like. Nothing, you know, crazy. I have lip balm on right now, but do you see the shimmer on my lips? It's because I was trying the shade Penthouse. When I saw the lineup of colors, I was like, girl, that is the one I'm not gonna be wearing. Because I'm just like not into colors like that. And the fact that there's shimmer and glitter in it, I was like, girl, no. But when I got these, I was like, let me just try it. And girl, It is so pretty. It is the perfect color for like a no makeup day. If you just need something on your lips to keep your lips moisturized and also just to keep yourself from looking completely dead, because these are like not super pumped with the pigment, so it does leave color, but that color specifically is very subtle. And the shimmer doesn't really come off as like, oh, what is this bitch got shimmer and glitter on her lips? It's just very like, it adds like vitality to your face. And there's like this little clip I took, and I know like I obviously have foundation and shit on, but I don't have any eye makeup and I don't have any blush on, and I feel like it gives the perfect amount of color to my face. So girl, that one, that's one to look out for. It's a mix of high viscosity base oils that smooth the lips with seamless application, and it firmly adheres to the skin while stabilizing the formula. It's an aspect of lip gloss that I like where when you apply it, it settles on the lips and becomes smooth, especially if you have fucking wrinkly ass anus lips like me. I'm looking for those formulas that when you put it on and you let it sit for a little bit, the heat of your lips kind of like allows it to set and kind of smooth out like glass on your lips, and that's exactly what this does. Basically like the lips that you see on these girls on Douyin and like Xiaohongshu. A unique blend of self-adjusting, lightweight, cushiony gel swipes on as a liquid and transforms to mirror like bouncy gel with a breathable sensation. Yeah, it's very comfortable. It doesn't I'm not a huge, I do like sticky stuff for me personally, because to me that means it's gonna last longer. When it's really slippery and like, you know, smooth, which a lot of people like, for me, I just end up doing this all day because it's like a sensorial thing where I just constantly have to feel like I'm touching my lips together. But when it's really sticky and stuff, I tend to not touch my lips at all, and therefore it lasts longer. And the thing is, this is a gloss, so when you eat and shit, it's gonna come off. But for me, I don't really mind because I can just quickly put it back on. But so this is number 100 Skinny Dip. A putty neutral beige with embellished micronized shimmers. You guys know I recently discovered the power of beige lip glosses for my pigmented ass lips. Like this is basically my natural lip color, and obviously I don't really have to wear any lip color on my face because there's just already color to my lips. But if there is another color I want to wear, sometimes putting it on top of my really red lips just doesn't look that flattering. It doesn't really express the color very well, so I will have to like go over with like my foundation and set that a little bit, and then I can put the color on to give you a proper representation of the color. But with this, if you put a beige sort of color on first, it kind of neutralizes the redness a little bit. I do have more pigmented lip glosses from like Kylie Cosmetics and like Anastasia. This one out of all of those is definitely the least pigmented, which is not a bad thing necessarily. But you can see how the beige mixes in with my redness on my lips. Let me try again, but with a little bit of coverage on my lips. You see how it's definitely more muted? Oh. Kaleidos, fucking take my pussy. On this side, this is like perfect every day. But also on this side, it's the perfect lip to pair with this darker eye. It also just makes a great base lip for a more intense color. I don't mind swatching all the colors today because I can just pat this shit off. Girl, back when I used to, y'all remember back in like 2016 when I would be doing those long ass like full lip swatch videos with like tints, like stain tints and like liquid lipsticks? Oh bitch. Next up is Last Smoke Witch. When I first opened this box up, I had to try it. I was like, this is the one. It's a smoky, grungy mauve. Oh my god. That is so fucking pretty. So basically it's like a grayish version of the last color, and it's a little bit slightly deeper in color. Let's put it on top. I didn't put foundation on my lips, but just... That is bad bitch energy. You know what's kind of giving me the vibe? You know, recently on... I know a lot of K-pop fans follow my channel, but whenever I talk about this beauty-related shit, I always wonder, like, do they know what I'm talking about? I know there's lots of people that watch my channel that are obviously into beauty because I'm a beauty channel. So they know, like, you know, to some degree, the what's trending and shit like that. But you know how, black lip gloss is kind of trendy? This gives the vibe of that. Like Black Honey from Clinique, you know how they came out with a gloss later? Ooh. This shimmer from the other lip gloss is really fucking annoying me right now. Let me actually wipe that off. All right, let's try it on foundation lips. Oh my, it's even better. That is cunty as fuck. Perfect for this side. And also obviously perfect for this side. That is so fucking pretty. Oh, so apparently they grouped these together. Those first two were in the Born Naked category. The next three are part of this Bad Romance. Number 102, Pink Marquee. A glistening pink with pearlescent shimmer. Ooh, that is so fucking pretty. That is like a spring warms. It's like a, oh, I want a sort of pink Barbie vibe today. That's the color. And then on a kind of summer light, it would look like natural. On me, a soft summer, this will look more saturated. Oh my god. Is this a joke? This is fucking amazing. Next is 103 Elixir, a warm, deeply suffused pink nude. Ooh. Don't know if you can tell the difference between this and the last one, but because the thing is so fucking shining, like vinyl-like, I don't really notice any shimmer unless I wipe it off. Now the next one I feel like would be really good on dark skins. Number 104 Hot Pursuit, because it just looks like a really pretty, everyday, simple kind of nudie gloss for darker skin. It's sultry, dusty, rosy brown. That's exactly it. Bitch, you better fucking work my pussy. This is literally the lip color I wish I was born with. If you're gonna get any of them, get this one. Did you see? That is amazing for both of these. Oh, so now for this section, this is the glowed up ones. Freefall, a semi-translucent shimmer like sparkling diamonds. So I'm thinking this is just literally, yeah, clear with shimmer and glitter in it. Oh yeah. 근데 it also has almost like that trendy blackish lip gloss vibe to it. There's almost like a grayish undertone to it. It reminds me of the Izumaya Beauty, that gloss that they came out with. The one that kind of started the trend. Oh yeah, that's fucking pretty. That'd be so cute to go on top of like a liquid, like a stain or like a liquid. Like if you have a stain, but you think it's too bright for your face, put this on top and it will mute it down and it will look so pretty. And the last one, which was a surprise hit for me, a sleeper hit if you will, but also an annoyance to this video because it left shimmer all over my face the whole time. Number 106, Penthouse. Luscious diamond shine shifting from fuchsia to rose to gold. That's a fucking description. Holy crap, seeing it like this. I will say, putting this on though, compared to the other ones, it did feel a little bit drier, but just like the formula description says, it does settle down into like this jelly finish. It's just the first initial application I felt like, I think it's because of all the shimmer and the glitters that are in there, it's causing a little bit of that dryness. It's just, oh, holy crap. That's pretty. And you would think that this is one of those lip gloss that are just like, oh, just for like party makeup. I feel like the tone of it, it's not like that crazy of a color. It literally just gives your lips like a sort of healthy, yeah, it's pretty fucking shimmery. I think with this studio lighting, it just looks extra shimmery. But in natural daylight, it just looks like a pretty lip balm or lip gloss with color to it. And if you feel like it's too shimmery, you can kind of just cut it out. See, this is perfect for this eye because like I was saying, like you just want a subtle eye, but you want more of a point lip, perfect. And here, this is definitely more of like a if you're brave sort of look. I'm sorry, I had to put the Hot Pursuit gloss back on because this is literally like the kind of like Sha Hongshu hot girl sort of look. Kaleidos, you done fucked me up. This is so fucking good. This is delicious. Apparently now they changed the FTC guidelines so that even if it's just a PR box, you have to mention this because it can still sway the opinion of both the person reviewing it, me, and also the person buying it. So it can influence the purchasing power. But honestly, yeah, I'm gonna fucking say it. Go fucking buy this shit. This video is not sponsored or anything, but am I telling you to go buy this stuff? Yeah. Yeah, I am. I was looking at the price. This eyeshadow palette is $22. I think that's not bad at all for having a really easy to wear everyday, well, maybe not this one, but 4 really pigmented shadows where you barely need a touch. This will last you so long. The blushes are 18 bucks, which, honey, the other day, Tony Moly, they released this new line of tints, 16,000 won a pop. Girl, it's Tony Moly. So honestly, for a blush of this quality with this sort of packaging, 18 bucks is not bad at all. And again, just like the eyeshadow palette, you need such little product to get, you know, to have it show up on your face. Of course, depending on your skin tone with these specific colors, but it's not like other ones where I feel like I'm like doing this. These glosses, 16 bucks. Now, to some people that can be very pricey, obviously, but for what you're getting with these, I personally think it's great. You obviously don't need every single color. Hot Pursuit, you need Hot Pursuit. I'm so fucking grateful to Kaleidos. Again, when I get to Shanghai, hit me up, sisters. I need to go out and eat, but I hope you had as much of a good time as I did today watching all this shit. And if you pick anything up, let me know. Let Kaleidos know. I'll see you later. Bye.